Hello friends, my name is Habib. Today we're going to learn how to make a calculator using HTML, CSS and JavaScript and also jQuery. So first, open up your browser and VS Code. And then search for jQuery. Go to the official jQuery website. And then click on download jQuery. I'm going to download the compressed production version. Now it's going to open this. Press Ctrl A to select everything and right click and click copy. So now open VS Code, open folder, document, right click, new folder, select folder. And now, once you've done that, click on the thing, create a new index.html, index.css, and index.js. And jq.js. What's wrong with these? And then copy all the code that you've pasted into here. Paste all the code that you've copied into here. And then HTML, write HTML5. And the body, link to the CSS, and do the same for the JavaScript. And do the same for jQuery. And now let's start. So first we have to create a div to contain everything in. And I'll give this an ID of container. And now everything else will be inside the div. So add h1 with an ID of age age calculator, and then I'll create a div, and that div I'll give it an ID of content since it will contain what we actually since it will contain the actual age calculator so label content, and then I'll give it a h1. I'll give it an ID of label strangely, and then I'll set this to year. And then I'll create an input with an ID of year. Copy this 2 more times. Copy paste this 2 more times. And then rename this to months. So this will be the months. And then we name this last one today. And then we name this last one today. And now create a new H1, which is where the actual age will be displayed, and give it an ID of Moog, which is a pretty weird name. It doesn't actually mean anything. And then we're going to style it text align center, and then font size 60 pixels. And just put nothing in it. Now, since I don't want to be reloading the page every time I do something, so install the live server extension for VS Code. And then once it's installed, it's already installed once it's installed, click on go live. Now I don't need to install it because I've already installed it. Then wait for the server to start. But other what did I want to say? Other apps, they don't have this. Other editor, if you're using something like Vim, it's not going to have this live server. So if you don't have live server, then you're just going to have to do it the traditional way. If you don't have live server, then just right click, copy paste, or just copy paste whatever way you want, paste. But the only disadvantage of not using live server is that when you reload it, when you make a change you have to reload it. But with live server, when you make a change, it automatically reloads it. So now it's time for the actual styling, because this is so boring. Now the first thing I'm going to do is that I will change the background color of the body. I'll give it a background color of hashtag 302D61ff, which is basically a dark purple. Cool. Now we want to make it to be very stylized. Next, I'm going to style this this age C, the age calculator. So write hashtag age C. And now give it a border radius of 100 pixels. Align the text to the center. Increase the font size to make it bigger. Give it some padding. Give it a margin left of 200 pixels, and then give it a margin right of 200 pixels. And now we have this, but it doesn't have any background, so set the background color to hashtag 8406844FF. And then set the color of the text to hashtag 376537FF. Now you see we've got some cool things going on. But I am also going to give it a box shadow. Add a box shadow. Inset like 10 pixels, minus 10 pixels, 20, 30 pixels, RGBA 0,0,0,0,0.5. It's always the best. And there we go. So I'm simply going to copy this paste it, reverse the values, and then set all of these to 255 so that it can be white, not black. Maybe I'll increase this. Yeah, it doesn't really look good. So yeah, now we've got this. The next thing we're going to do is that I will style the hashtag content. I'll give the background color of hashtag 2FBBB3FE. A bluish sort of color. And then I'll give it a margin left of 200 pixels and a margin right of 200 pixels, so that can be the same as this. And then I'll make the edges more rounded, make the bottom of it to be more bulgier. No, wait, I mean no, this is to make some space in the bottom, and then the padding bottom is actually what makes its bottom to be more bulgier. Now we've got it, but all the other things are styled, and you see that it looks kind of ugly because of that. So now we're going to style this hashtag label content. So what you do is that you give it a margin of 100 pixels, and now you see that everything is spaced out more. Now it's time to style the actual text. Style it, align the text to the center, and give it a font size of 50 pixels. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is that now it's time to style this input, this over here. Yeah, it's time to style it. Right, hashtag label content input. I'll give the padding of 20 pixels. Then I will move it to the right a little using translate. Yeah, I know there probably are better methods to do this, but I don't care. I'll make the background color to be transparent so you can't see it. I'll give the border radius of 30 pixels. And then give the font size of 50 pixels. And then align the text to the center. Oh yeah, and I'm going to set the border of it 0. No, I need to write 0 pixels. Solid hashtag 302D61FF. A dark blue color. Now do the same thing. Focus, which means, well, when you click on the input, set the border width to something like 6 pixels. So now I'll also give the transition of 0.1 seconds. Beautiful. So now it's time to style the actual text. It looks pretty ugly, if I must say so myself. So set its color to hashtag 1931 for AFF. Yay! We did it! And now hashtag the actual H1. Now the color, give the color of hashtag 3625 40FF. Yay, we did it, I guess. So anyways, you see that this thing, it just stops off right here. Well, now this hashtag content, I have to increase its padding top, and it's more natural. Let me increase this up to like 50 pixels, and there it goes, much more natural. Yeah, maybe the padding top is a bit too much. Still too much. Remove. There we go. But then give the input a box shadow. Inset 10 pixels, minus 10 pixels, 30 pixels, RGBA 0,0,0,0,0.5. This isn't the input. So yeah, since I don't want to rewrite it over again, I'll have to go through the trouble of right-clicking on it. I got a better option just to rewrite it all over again. I'll go to the input, box shadow, inset 10px, minus 10px, 30px, RGBA 0,0,0,0,0.5. The problem arises again of this. No, this is not what I was planning for. So we have to do is the padding top again. The 1 pixel. Finally, everything's normal. Now for these texts, I'm going to give them also a box shadow. But I will make this to be 0 pixels, since I want this to be, yeah, this is what I want from this. And now the now do the same thing with the age calculator. Set this to 0 pixels. Gives it a kind of cartoonish look. Now for the year, months, and the day, I'm also going to give them a box shadow, like I always do. 10px, minus 10px, 0, RGBA 0,0,0,0.5. Yikes. This is meant to be text shadow, not box shadow. Oh, silly me. Text shadow. I meant. Oh no, that's not what's meant to happen. It's too far off. Need to be closer. Yes, I'm almost there. And perfect. Let me 0.2. There we go. Year, month, day. And then I'll do the same thing with this. So now I'll do the same thing with this hashtag content. I'll give it a box shadow of inset -10 -10px 10px 0 RGBA 0,0,0,0.5. 10px -10px year, months. And now for this text shadow, I'm also going to give it 3 other text shadows. Oh, copy this. No, I meant copy, not cut. Paste this 3 times. 2, 2, 1, 1. There we go. Yeah. See, thus we have this. The last thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to pick a font. So search for Varela round font again. And then, select the Google font. And then copy this import URL. What rubbish is this? Copy all of this import URL. Control C. Control V. And then make all of the fonts. Font family Varela round. Cursive. And then make everything to be extremely bold. Now see how much better it looks. And I'm also going to increase the subtleness of the shadows. So going to be all these will be 0.2. And the shadows are much more subtle. And I'll change this to like 0.1. So now, the biggest problem with this is that it doesn't actually work. Just look. See? Do you see it's working? No. We spent all of our time on this styling, but we forgot to make it work. But luckily, we didn't forget. So, create a new variable called d. It's going to create a new date. Date. I'm just going to write 20-20-20. It's too lazy. I then create a new variable called year. Which is equal to 0. Another new variable called months, which is also equal to 0. And lastly, another new variable called day, which is also equal to 0. And replace this with $months, wait, no, it's meant to be $year. This is the year. This is the months. And then this is the day. So now, this is jQuery. Oh wait, no, I'm also going to create a new code called date now, which is equal to, it's going to create a new date dot now. Then what date dot now does, it just gets the current date. I'll create a new function called change. Trust me, we'll be using this a lot. I'm going to write if then d.getMonths is greater than date now.getMonths. what this does is that if, like, let's say you were born on, November. Let's say you were born on November and it is August. So if you're born on November and it is August, like, let's say that you're currently 5 years old and you were born on November, and currently it's August, so you wouldn't be 6 years old since it's not yet November. But if we, made our date program, despite it not being November, it's going to think you're 6 years old since it doesn't account for the months. So if we add this, then if the current month is not the month that you were born on, then, you'll be 5 years old. But if it is, then you'll be 6 years old. That's the not so basic explanation. Now $#Moog, which gets anything with the ID of Moog.text, and this changes its text to your age is, and then we get the mass.absolute date now .get full year minus d.get full year years and then we do the same thing again, mass.abs, and then we do the same thing again, mass.abs d.get months minus the current date.get months, and lastly, and also mass.abs basically makes anything inside of it to be positive, so we won't be getting any negative dates. Mass.abs dates now .get day, the current dates minus the dates that we said, days. And now copy this entire line and write else $#Moo.text and then paste it. Yikes, what happened? Oh, yeah, I just have to put this, and now everything is fixed. Now, once we've done that, you see that if we just write in any random date, still nothing happens. And I guess that's how it's meant to be forever. No, that is not how it's meant to be, and everybody knows that. So write $#year .change, which means whenever the thing inside of it is changed, function e. Now when it is changed, it sets the year to the year variable to $#year $#year .val, which gets the value of it, the thing that is written in it, and then it sets d all over again. And then and then it runs the change function. which basically sets D all over again. And now copy this, paste it 2 more times, I meant, and then change this to months. Change everything here to months, and then change everything here to day. Save. Now I will write an imaginary date. The year he's born, the year 2000, the months of 13. Wait, there's no month of 13, months of 3, and then the day of 22. So yeah, this would be his age today. 23 years, 5 months, and 4 days. Anyways, that is it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel, ObaCode. Bye.